Suppose that a cricket player is hitting a ball thrown at him. The ball he hit will move in a projectile motion, and the only force acting on that ball when it is in the air will be gravitational force. Galileo says that if there is no air resistance, then every object in projectile motion will move along the quadratic curve. It is enough for us to know just three positions of the ball. And then we can model the quadratic equation and we can find the maximum height, maximum distance the ball has traveled. To find the positions of the ball, a camera is placed in a fixed position. The ball is detected and tracked by the camera, and the location on the camera will be mapped into real-world location using software programs. This is how the positions of the ball is calculated. Suppose that we get 3 positions in this process. The 3 points we got in real-world data will be converted into a quadratic equation. This process is called modeling. By analyzing this quadratic equation, we can find the maximum height and maximum distance traveled by that ball. It is impossible for you to calculate all these if you don't have the knowledge of quadratic equations. So in this video, we will learn how to analyze the roots of a quadratic equation without solving that particular quadratic equation. Before we start, let us recall the basics of quadratic equation. The general form of a quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. When plotted on a graph, we get a U-shaped parabola. If the value of a in this equation is positive, we get the graph as concave up, and if the value of a is negative, we then get the graph as concave down. Axis of symmetry is the vertical line that makes the parabola symmetric. The minimum value of x when the graph is concave up or the maximum value of x when the graph is concave down is called the vertex of that parabola. When value of x is substituted to 0, we get y-intercept. Likewise, when value of y is substituted to 0, we get x-intercept. As the function becomes 0 at x-intercept, the intercept values of x will then be called zeros of the polynomial. The values of x becomes the solution of the quadratic equation. So to find the values of x, we use the formula x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. To learn or recall about the above concepts in detail, check out the link given in the description box. It is enough if we just calculate the value of b squared minus 4ac, which is inside the square root in the formula. These solutions are nothing but the points where the curve meets the x-axis. Remember the cricket example I mentioned in the beginning of the video? These 2 points denotes the position of the ball when it comes in contact with the bat and when it comes in contact with the floor. We saw that we get at most 2 solutions for any quadratic equation. That is, we might get 2 solutions or 1 solution or even no solution for that quadratic equation. It is not necessary for us to solve the quadratic equation in order to find what kind of solutions we will get for that equation. It is enough if we just calculate the value of b squared minus 4ac. We call this b squared minus 4ac as discriminant and is denoted by the symbol delta. When we calculate the discriminant, the value will fall into one of these types. Number 1, it will be positive. Number 2, it will be equal to 0. And number 3, it will be negative. If it is positive, then we will get real roots. When discriminant is substituted in the formula, we get 2 real roots. Furthermore, if the discriminant is a perfect square, then the roots will be a rational number, and if the discriminant is not a perfect square, then it will become an irrational number. And so the roots will be an irrational number. Number 2. When the discriminant is equal to 0, then the formula reduces to the form minus b by 2a. And since there is no positive negative sign here, we get only one solution in this type. One thing to note is that minus b by 2a turns out to be the formula to find the axis of symmetry of the quadratic graph. Suppose if we do have two solutions to a quadratic equation, this axis of symmetry is what we get when we find the average of those two solutions. Number 3. When the discriminant is negative, we will not get any real roots. We will learn about this in detail in future videos. Now that we understood the concept, let us check out few examples. To determine the nature of the roots of a quadratic equation, the first step we should do is write down the values of a, b and c from the equation. And then we should substitute these values in the formula of discriminant to find the value. We see that the first example has two solutions, the second example has just one solution, and the third example has no solution at all. You can also check these values by using graphical calculators like Desmos.